Okay, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Last episode, we took care of Gongaga Village, learned something about Zack, and started off with Cosmo Canyon. So let's continue with Cosmo Canyon today. First things first is we need to run up to Bugenhagen's laboratory, which is up here. This would actually just be following Nagini if you hadn't gone on the side areas that I went to start the area. Talk to this kid. Oh, sealed the door shut. Maybe he did use Gorilla Glue. And you can climb up here. But unfortunately... Oh, my mistake. That is what you want to climb up. There's a lot of bridges to nowhere in Cosmo Canyon. And there is Red 13, so let's talk to him. So, your grandfather's a human who floats and doesn't have any legs. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we did. You know, he helped us out a little bit. Oh, he's only a child. And... oh, he's 48, so I guess he's not a child. Oh. Equivalent to 15 or 16-year-old. So, Red 13 refers to him as Grandpa, and Bugenhagen says his life is almost over, and he's 130. So, if Red 13 is 48, but he's really only 15, that would mean his lifespan would be about 3 times as long as a typical human, I guess. And if you divide 130 by 3, you get 40-something. I didn't do the actual math, but I know enough, like 43.333. So I don't know if that means that Bugenhagen's not his actual blood grandfather. I don't know. Just something I thought of. Okay. And what he's telling us right now is pretty much that Shinra and the Mako harvesting is killing the planet. So if you didn't do any of the reading and you're just listening to me ramble about math, well, that's what he's talking about. When it's time for the planet to die, we will understand, we will know nothing. Oh. Personally, I prefer 100 years from now. That's just me. Because he studies planet life. That's what the guard said when we entered the town. Oh, he hears the cries of the planet. And that is the cry of the planet. The sound of the stars in the heavens. While this goes on, planets are born and die. Oh, there's the cry. So that's just the sound of the planets. That's the cry. Or, as he calls it, a scream, which is kind of creepy. Yep. One thing I will say is that Cosmo Canyon, we're going to get 2 quality scenes coming up, including probably one of the top 3 emotional scenes of the movie, of the game. There's a bunch of weird people here. Yeah, it's probably our friends, so Red 13 is going to go ahead and take care of that. Now, Red 13 has seen the machine before, so he's going to go round up the rest of our friends. So what we need is we need to take 2 people with us to Bugenhagen's machine. And the way to do that is you run out of his establishment, his house, with his telescope. Wow, I can't think today. Okay, and I think you want to run down this passage. Yep. So you want to run down this passage and you talk to Kate Sith. And I'm going to choose Eris and Tifa for my party members. I need to put some materia on Tifa. Red 13 is going to join our party, but I want to rearrange the materia now so I don't forget to do it later. So I will do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did is I equipped Eris with a Prism Staff, which is an upgraded weapon that we got from the Cosmo Canyon weapon dealer. And I put Restore All in her weapon so I could put Elemental Fire in her armor, just in case the trick that I'm going to show you doesn't work on the boss. And then she has enemy skill, Ifrit, because I don't know why, I just felt like leveling Ifrit up. And then Poison and Throw, because I'm going to use Throw eventually. I do like the coin feature, sometimes it works out well. Cloud, of course, has Titan, because Titan's a decent Earth summon. He has Steel, because I really want Mug. He has the Chocobo Lure, this way it'll be easier for us when we're trying to breed special Chocobos. He has the Manipulate, Command Materia, because it's going to be one of our most useful Materias as far as enemy skills. He has Enemy Skill, and Restore All. And then Tifa, who has the Materia Kate Sith has Long Range All, because All is always good to have AP upped. She has Shiva, Mystify, just in case I need it, Transform, Sense Materia. I should probably give another Sense Materia to another party member, and Restore All. And I gave her the Tiger Fang weapon. And just to show you also real quick, Eris has a Star Pendant, which will help out with some of the enemies in the upcoming dungeon. And Cloud has the Fire Ring, because there's fire elemental enemies in the upcoming dungeon. Okay, now that we got our team, we're gonna run up back to Bugenhagen's laboratory. And like I said, Tifa's Materia is going to go to Red 13 for the upcoming dungeon. I just wanted to get it set earlier. Over here, doors unlocked. Okay. There's going to be a pretty cool cinematic coming up, so I don't know if I'm going to talk as much as I normally do. Hey, what's going on? I guess you could say that. Going up. Oh. There we go. I thought Eris as an ancient would definitely really like this, and it makes sense for her to be in this part of the game. And Tifa's just because I had to choose another person. .3D holographic system. Make a wish. It's a shooting star. I think those are supposed to be asteroids. And you can see a black hole in the upper left corner. And it's funny because all the towns in the actual arrangement of our planet is nothing like the arrangement of Gaia in Final Fantasy VII, but I'm pretty sure the planets here are supposed to be the known solar system. So, it's just interesting. Yep. Body decomposes, returns to the planet, but what about their consciousness, their hearts, and their souls? Soul returns to the planet as well. Huh. I wonder if James Cameron played this game and took that for his movie Avatar, that all energy is borrowed and has to be returned to Pandora. So all the energy that decomposes living things becomes the life stream on the planet. Spirit energy. It's a very Zen, a circle without a beginning type of philosophy. So you can see that's supposed to be Saturn. And the third rock from the sun is a globe with not really 100% if that's our Earth or not, but you can see here someone's dying, and then as a tree's dying, their energy is returning to the planet. And they converge and become part of the life stream, and a new life is grown. So the spirit energy is what makes it possible for a planet to exist. So essentially this is one reason we need to keep going our war with Shinra, because if they suck all the Mako out of the ground, this is what will happen to the planet. Because it just fractures apart and falls away out of its orbit. Not sure if that's true to astronomy, but it's a really cool simulation. So those are the basics of the study of planet life. So spirit energy disappears, the planet will die. Yep. And you're talking about Mako, aren't you? Yep. So. Interesting. Well, will it only destroy the planet, or is it necessary for the planet's survival, or is it different from spirit energy? Oh, you're not going to answer me, are you? So, let's see here. Turn the lights back on. Oh, you're talking about the ancients, aren't you? Nope, just elders. Anything more? Nope, okay. So, now we can leave his study and head back down the ladder. And exit out the wrong door, like I did. So we'll go back, exit out the right door, which is actually the door on the left. And we can head down here. By the way, I do have to say Cosmo Canyon's theme is pretty sweet. Head back out here. And all of our friends are having a little bit of powwow, so we'll run up to them and see what's going on. Now, I don't know if there is a affection boost for this. I did not research it prior to doing my run-through of this part of the game, so I'm just going to talk to Barrett first. Barrett, Red 13, Eris, and Tifa will have actual sit-down conversations with you. Yuffie and Kate Sith just kind of say things, and they're let be. Oh, so they were going to come here and celebrate when their job was done, and now they're dead. It's a really introspective session here with Barrett. Is it right to go on? Will they ever forgive me? It's a very important question that Barrett has to ask himself. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on fighting. So, Avalanche is kind of like a phoenix, and it was born here in Cosmo Canyon, and it's going to be reborn here in Cosmo Canyon. But we don't get the phoenix materia here. That would be poetic, but we get that later. So we'll talk to Yuffie. And yep, she's just looking for materia, so this place kind of bores her. Talk to Kate Sith. Wonder what he's talking about. We can't get any more out of him, so we'll talk to Eris. About the Cetra, the Ancients, and the Promised Land. You're not really alone, Eris. I mean, you might be the last Ancient, but we're here with you. We're your friends. Yeah, we know you're the only Cetra. So she turns her head from Cloud. Okay, well, we'll go talk to Tifa. I don't like bonfires that much anymore, and I think it's because one of my neighbors likes to have them like 3 nights out of the week, and likes to stay up till 3 a.m. with them, even during the week. You know, kind of like an asshole thing to do, but whatever. He has kind of really diminished my enjoyment of bonfires. And Tifa's not going to tell us what she's talking about. Well, we're going to take a trip later in the game, but I don't think that's what you're talking about. And last but not least, let's talk to our dog. Yes, I know he's not a dog. Nope. Never mind. Yep, his cowardly wastrel of a father. Okay, and Bugenhagen's gonna come over. You really can't forgive your father, huh? I wonder if we're gonna learn that Red XIII's father really wasn't what he thought he was. Oh, when the Gi tribe attacked, he ran off by himself, leaving Mother and the people of the canyon. Oh, so there must have been a war here at some point. So you might as well bring Cloud and another person. Okay. And we're just going to make that next person Eris. And I'm just going to take a minute to go over, switch the materia around. Okay, so I gave Red XIII a silver barret that we bought from Cosmo Canyon, a silver armlet that I bought in Cosmo Canyon, and I gave him a power wrist just to boost his strength. And I do want to show you real quick, I forgot to mention it earlier, I gave Eris the star pendant accessory because there's a lot of enemies that can cause poison coming up in the dungeon. Or I might have said it. I don't remember. But if I didn't, definitely want to make sure you're going to throw a star pendant on at least one of your party members. So to follow Bugenhagen, you could see his floating body just enter this room here. So we're going to go up and over and just follow him into that room. If you didn't get any of the weapons or the silver armlets for defense, you can do that now. Okay, and we're going to talk to him. And if you need a minute to fix something in your party, you can go ahead and say just a minute. Also, this is the, there's a Fort Condor battle you can fight right now. And if you say, yeah, I think it's too late, I think you have to immediately go to Fort Condor after you select your party to take part of that battle. But like I said, I'm not doing the Fort Condor battles, so I don't really care. Okay, so Bugenhagen's going to kind of join us and guide us through the dungeon. And this is the Sealed Cave. It's actually the Cave of the Gi tribe. And we're going to be fighting some monsters, we're going to learn an enemy skill, and grab some goodies along the way. In fact, we get something in this cave that'll allow us to one-hit the boss. So you just got to go down these ladders and ropes. And just keep going down. Keep going down. Okay. Real quick, I'm going to throw Fury on Red 13 to work on his limit break. Okay. So now you're going to run to this room over here. And the Cave of the Gi, there's a materia up there that we can't get yet. What you can do is you can run in here and you'll find these strange looking rocks. There's only one that you actually need to move. If you go into one of the wrong ones, you'll fight a battle. So bypass that one, and run in this one up here. And we're going to break it open. And it opens a path up here. And Bugenhagen's going to appear from time to time, just to give us some of this information. Everyone in here is a ghost of the Gi tribe, killed in a certain battle. I wonder who that battle was between. And because they were vengeful spirits, they didn't disappear and couldn't return to the life stream. Okay. He's going to float back in us, and you're going to want to continue upwards. And run up here. And then run over here and... Okay. These little bastards, what are they called? Hegs, or whatever. They're annoying. However, what you can do is take use of that frog song enemy skill that we learned. And you can see they can poison people, which is why I put the talisman, or star pendant, excuse me, on Eris. And you can see frog song will put them to sleep and change them into a frog. So I'm gonna put them all to sleep and then hit them, because what if you cast frog song on them and hit them, you know, they'll wake up, but they'll remain as frogs. If you accidentally cast frog song again on them, they'll wake up. So I'm just gonna cast frog song on them, and I will have... I think I accidentally... or I just haven't done it yet. Red 13's limit break. I might have had him defend, or is he hitting someone? Okay. So I'm going to have him use Blood Fang on the one in the back, because we need to get Red 13's level 2.2 limit break. And I'll have Cloud hit that one, just to take care of him. Okay, so now that we're down to the 4 frogs that are sleeping, we can just attack them. Like I said, we won't... we take away their sleeping, but we don't take away their frog status, which is really cool. And I'm also going to have Red 13 hit them first, and then have Eris hit second. Hopefully that'll be enough. Yep. And the reason for that is Eris... Oh, well, she won't get that kill, as Cloud got a critical. Oh, and we had an all that leveled up. That's nice. Okay. You do want to walk on this oil slick or mud. If you run, you'll get bounced and have to go into some kind of special battle. Okay, so we'll run down here. Okay, and that was just some more Hegs. I'm going to grab this materia here. It's an added effect materia, which can add something when it's junctioned through a connected slot to another materia, but I'm probably not going to use it. But if you want it, there it is. Let me just show you what happens if you run across this mud or oil slick. So you see how I slide there and I can't stop? Okay. Like I was saying, I'm going to have Eris try to get most of the kills that I can, because she already has her level 2.2 limit break, and she needs to get kills to work on her level 3.1 limit break. Okay. And this can annoy you to no end. It looks like you should be able to run up there to get the chest. Okay. So I'm going to show you this guy, which I believe is, what's his name again? Sneaky Step. Sneaky Step has an enemy skill that we can learn, and he's actually going to use it on Eris right there. Sneaky Step uses the Death Sentence enemy skill, which, like its name implies, it puts a counter down on our characters, and they will die if they go to level, if the counter goes to 0. Oh, and look at that. He used it on Cloud. Normally I have to manipulate these guys to use their enemy skill, and now they're just using it for me. So you want to encounter Sneaky Step. You probably will doing it in this dungeon, so both characters can learn Death Sentence. There. And hopefully Eris will get one of these kills. It is an instant death, so you just gotta dispose of them fast. And there we go. 20 seconds to spare. Not bad. Okay. So like I was saying, that can annoy you because you should be able to get the chest. You actually have to go down here. And go under here to get it. There you go. And other. Better than nothing. Okay. Just some more hegs. And if any of my limit break talk is confusing to you, don't worry, I will be going over it in greater detail at the end of this video. Yep. So it heads to the back of Cosmo Canyon. Even though the Gi outnumbered us, they could not attack because the passage is too narrow. Don't know if we ever find out exactly what the Gi were. Actually, we might. So, just continue on with the path. Okay. So, you're going to run up here. Yeah, you see that? It looks like a spider web. Well, wonder what enemy we're going to have to fight. A spider. Okay. Let's see if the spider will hit Red 13 because... Nope. Gonna hit Cloud. Okay, they really do a lot of damage to you. And of course we're gonna hit Cloud twice. Luckily, spiders, or I think it's called a stinger, is susceptible to what? Frog Song. So, I'm just gonna cure... Actually, I'll show you. They do have a decent amount of HP. So after you use Frog Song, a good attack is Laser. And now I can just take care of them with physical attacks. So you see they have 22 HP. So, just cast Frog Song, Laser, and physical attacks, and I'll be back when I'm done with the battle. Okay. Okay, as I was saying, so you defeat that spider, you run up here, and an X potion. Yep, that's going to come in very handy soon. An X potion restores all your HP, and it doesn't have any chance of missing like Phoenix Downs can sometimes miss. Oh, forgot about the third one. So run up the 4th tunnel. Okay, run this spider web. And once again, that stinger was really easy with the enemy skill Frog Song, and then the enemy skill Laser. So if you don't have those two, I recommend getting them. It makes this part of the game a whole lot easier. So we'll just run ahead, take care of this one. Okay, so if you want to continue on with the story, you can run up. However, I want to grab a couple treasures, so I'm going to do that first. So we're going to run down here, and run down here, and then as we run down here, hold right, get into a battle. So like I was saying, hold right, and you can go here and get a fairy ring. Better than nothing. And then hold up, and the last thing we have to get is a turbo ether all the way over there. So how do we get that ether? On my test run through this, I was able to get some M tentacles, which cast Bio 3 on someone. Haven't gotten those yet. So how do we get this chest? Let's see here. Yep. So you really can't see it, but there's a pathway through the back. And that's a turbo ether, which restores your MP. You can see it. Here's the passageway, and that's where we come out. So run up here, we'll encounter Bugenhagen again. Fighting attackers, one after another. Yep, in case you haven't figured out who that warrior Bugenhagen keeps talking about is, you'll find out very soon. Okay, and here we are at Cave of... oh, just still the Cave of the Gi. Okay, so just run up to this skull face in the wall. After death, the ghost of the Gi, like stagnant air. Yeah, that's kind of creepy. And it's boss time, alright. So, first things first, because this is a walkthrough, let's just sense this guy and figure out who he is. And that's Gi Natak, who I guess is kind of the boss or something of the Gi at the moment of, I don't know. They don't really explain. And he has these little stupid, what are they? Soul fires that'll hit you with fire too. Come on, just hurry up and then let me get my sense data and then I can show you the quick way to take care of him. Okay, level 29, so he has 5,500 HP and he's weak against Holy. We, however, don't have Holy yet. So what are we going to do? Well, he's undead. So we could hit him with a Phoenix Down, which really only has, I think, a 1 in 4, 1 in 8 chance of hitting him. But let's try it, see what happens. Stranger things have happened. Watch, I'll probably get it this time, considering I did it 4 times without getting it in my playthrough beforehand. Okay. The Soulfires are annoying just because they take time, and they heal themselves, so there's no point to attack them. So let's have Cloud chuck a Phoenix Down. And it misses, like most Phoenix Downs do on Undeads. And I'm going to have Red 13 use his Limit Break, just because we need to use his Limit Break to build his... to get his level 3.1 Limit Break. Well, if you don't want to wait for Phoenix Downs, I'm going to show you something real quick. Yeah, remember that X potion? Give it to him. Now, real quick, if you don't want to do this, if you consider it being cheap, he's undead. Just cast Big Guard on yourself, and then use White Wind on him, use High Potions on him, and use Cure Spells, and that'll take care of him. But if you just want to get it over quickly, remember that High Potion we got? Remember how it restores all of our HP? Well, on an undead creature, it takes all their HP. So as soon as the Soulfires are done, we'll have Eris chuck it at them. 5,500. Boom. Out of here. Eat shit, fucker. Done. Brush the dirt off my shoulders for that one. Okay. Eris leveled up. Good amount of experience in AP. And a Wiser Staff, which is a new weapon, or a weapon for Eris. I don't think we're going to use it, but better than nothing. Because of Cloud. Because of you, we survived. So follow Red 13 up the steps and grab the Gravity Materia, which we don't really need because we have the Laser Enemy skill. It might be worth it to throw it on someone if you have a free spot, because laser doesn't affect everyone. It's up to you. And I'm gonna be quiet for the most part on this one. Sacrificed himself to save the town. So his mother never told him. It's funny, it looks like Red 13's missing an eye here. It looks like he's missing his right eye. Yeah, I'm surprised you two have been standing there that long. So Bugenhagen is saying that we will just be prolonging the inevitable if we stop all the Mako reactors. Yep, just in case you're not sure, this isn't going to be our last stop in Cosmo Canyon. And that's what I was talking about, the age thing. Because technically, if he can live 3 times the length of a normal human, he should be able to get 200 easily. Like I said, one of the reasons I'm not talking a lot is because it's one of the more poignant, emotional scenes of the game. Definitely not the first one, although that's coming up. It gives him the renewed purpose. And they never explain what these are. I think they're supposed to be tears. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I think that's one of the more moving scenes of the game. Shall we get going? Yep, he said he was going to stay with us as far as home. And this is home. So I'll take Barrett with me. And we'll also grab Eris. And pretty much Red 13 is going to be a member of my party coming up. But I just needed a placeholder. So that's why I put Barrett in there. And we've plundered everything out of Cosmo Canyon that we can. So just run to the exit. And as we try to leave, we will get stopped. Yep, he's decided he's coming along with us too. To do his part to help save the planet. And here comes Grandfather floating down the steps. Please look after Nanaki. Yeah, I'm still gonna call him Red 13. Okay, talk to Bugenhagen. Come back when you need my knowledge. Oh, don't worry, Bugenhagen. We'll be back. Okay, so here we are outside of Cosmo Canyon. If your buggy had broken down, if you had driven it past that spot and it broke down, there would be a guy who's fixed it by now, so it'll be working again. And I'm just going to quickly rearrange my party. And just to show you one of the reasons I'm bringing Red 13, in addition to his limit breaks, is we get the Seraph Comb, which is a 4-slot normal growth weapon. None of the slots are linked, but you can see his attack goes from 40 to 68, which is definitely nice. And I'm lucky enough that Red 13's weapon doesn't have any linked materia. So that works out. And now we'll hop in the buggy. And next stop is... Oh, or I'll get in the buggy. There we go. Next stop in our journey is going to be Mindfuckville. And why do I call it that? Well, it's not called that in the game. Okay. And like I was saying, the game doesn't call it Mindfuckville. As soon as we enter, though, you'll see. And this is our next stop over here. However, so there's an enemy that I want to encounter, like I was saying, for limit break time. I put a hyper on Red 13 because we're all healed up. And there's an enemy here you can encounter that'll help you build up your level 2.2 limit breaks. Remember, you have to use your limit break a certain number of times to get your level 2.2 limit break. Then to get your level 3.1... Okay, there he is. Then to get your level 3.1, you need to kill a certain number of people, which is why I'm going to have Eris work on getting kills so she can get her level 3.1 limit break, because very soon we're going to get her level 4 manual. So I want to have Cloud manipulate the Valron. Then have Red 13 attack the Nibblewolf A. Have Eris attack him afterwards, and hopefully that'll be enough to kill him. Yep, so there's one more kill for Eris. We'll have Cloud keep trying to manipulate the Valron, and there we go, he got him. Oh, and Red 13 got a little overexcited and took care of that one Nibblewolf for us. Okay, so now that the Valron is manipulated, we're going to have him use Dive Kick on Red 13. And I actually did not discover this. Credit for this, as far as I know, goes to H.C. Bailey. So what that does is it does enough damage, allows Red 13 to use his limit break, and using the limit break will hit. And let's see, we'll have Eris hit him and hopefully get the kill. Okay, so we can have Cloud hit him next time, but I'm just going to have Eris hit him to get the kill. And also, he will use Demi 3 on your characters, and that'll give Cloud his limit break. Oh, actually it didn't. So we'll have Eris hit him and take care of him. So that's a way that you can have your characters use their level 2.1 limit breaks, hopefully in order to obtain their level 2.2 limit breaks. And so I will heal up, and I will go searching for more of those Valrons, and before the start of the next episode, I will have Red 13, Yuffie, Tifa. I'll have them all learn their level 2.2 limit breaks. Like I said, Barrett already has his 3.1, but I'm still using his level 2, so I don't know if I can get his level 2 or not. But that'll be the discussion for the next video. So that's it for this one. I will see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching.